Magazine, always say the name of the magazine. So that's why it's written here. When you reintroduce, you give them a full who you are. You can just, or if you feel more comfortable saying I'm a consultant at Coupons and Classifieds Magazine, that's fine too. So we have some advertising spots available for October. There's 10,000 copies for every issue, so your ad will be seen by a lot of people in the city of Toledo. There's a space right there so you can stop. And give people a chance to talk. Like, if people want to talk, let them run their mouth, but just stop right there. They might have any questions or something like that. They might have some questions. So you just want to let them know, I need somebody to pretend with. I'm going to have to do, like, a role play video next. They might say, well, I don't know if I've seen that magazine before, or oh, I've heard of it before. That's enough. You know, they don't have to say anymore. You go ahead with the next line. Well, if you're interested in getting some more information on getting in the magazine possibly, I can schedule for one of our sales reps to come out and meet with you. It'll take 10 minutes at the most. Always mention how long it's going to take, because you don't want anybody to feel like you're about to take up a bunch of their time. It's also convenient for them because you're coming to their place of business. I was trying to keep this video short, but hey, it is what it is. Okay, so the next part is calling out of the phone book. Okay. If you want to call from the Toledo phone book, that's fine too, but we have a different approach for calling people out of the phone book. And it goes kind of like this. You introduce yourself just like above. Hi, my name is Johnny. Hi. Bye. Excuse that, y'all. Where was I? Okay, introduce yourself. Hi, my name is Johnny. I'm calling from Coupons and Classifieds Magazine. Is the person in charge of advertising available? Once you get on the phone with, don't talk. One of the worst things you can do, one of the worst time wasters, is sit there and talk to somebody who has no power. You don't want to talk to Jenny at the front desk. Like, you don't want to talk to Jenny that works the floor. You need the owner. You need the manager. We don't ask for the owner or the manager because we need the person in charge of advertising based on what kind of company it is. If it's a store in the mall, they have different titles. The marketing director. That's why you keep it open. I need the person that's in charge of advertising. Do not run your spiel until you get that person on the phone. If that person is not there, you write their name down so you can come back to it at another time. But that's like the most important thing for making these phone calls. So once you get him on the phone or her, you let them know, I see you have an ad in the phone book. How is that working for you? This is a bait question. How is that working for you? Listen, these phone book ads usually do not work because people don't really use the phone book anymore. I mean, some people do, but everybody I've ever spoken to who's have put an ad in the phone book, it doesn't really work for them, and they spend about $2,000 for the back. I believe the back page here is around $2,000. So they spend big money for this advertising. So you got to keep in mind, you're talking to a company or you're talking to people who have money to spend on advertising, and they just want to get their company out there. So I see you have an ad in the phone book. How's that working for you? Well, I haven't really got any calls off of it or anything. Then you want to jump back in. Well, you can conversate with them a little bit. Depends on what you're comfortable with. You can conversate with them a little bit. Like, I probably would be like, yeah, the phone book is kind of, don't say anything negative toward any other company. I would just let them know, like, yeah, a lot of people don't really read phone books anymore. We can look everything up on our phone now. You know, everything is through Google. And they might agree with you a little bit and whatever. But go ahead to the next line. And if you don't feel comfortable, like, conversating with people yet, just go strictly by the script. You can't go wrong with this script. I'm telling you, I've done this for about 9 months now. So how's that ad in the phone book working for you? Well, it's not really doing anything. Okay, sir. Well, what if I told you I know a way that will make sure your ad gets seen by 10,000 or more people in the Toledo area? Guaranteed. They're going to ask something like, well, what is it? Well, how do you do that? How can you guarantee that? And you let them know. Well, it's nothing too complicated. Coupons and Classifieds Magazine is, Coupons and Classifieds is a local magazine geared toward people looking for products and services in the area. I'm just working at the call center, but I can have one of our reps come by and meet with you to explain a little more. It'll only take 10 minutes or less. Is this something you might be interested in? Well, sure, why not? It ain't going to take too long. Okay, great. How was Monday? And you want to suggest the time and date. And it's fine. If they don't agree with that time, they might want to say, oh, 1 o'clock? No, that won't work. How about 11? I know I'm not busy at that time. Whatever time wouldn't be too busy for them, so they can sit down and be able to talk to me. And that's basically how it goes. I would also like to mention that that little line at the bottom that we just said, I'm just working at the call center. You can let them know. If they ask you something that you don't ever feel stumped, like you have to know the ins and out. I know the ins and out of my company. You don't have to. I need you to set up appointments so you can let people know straight out. If they say, well, how much is it? Is there a discount? Some things you will learn the answers to eventually, but starting out, if they're like, well, is there a discount if I get 6 months? I would rather you guys not discuss prices yet. When you're trying to go in for the kill, yeah, but let's get the ball rolling first. Let's get you comfortable with talking to people and everything like that. So you just want to let them know, well, I'm just doing phone calls, but I can have one of our reps can tell you a little more. They can explain all the information to you when they come out to see you. So that's baiting them even more. And I will mention this is a service that really does work. And that's why it is heading towards such success. But as far as the packet, that's what you'll find in the packet, the magazine, the sales report, the script. You'll have a brochure, and it looks kind of like this. It might look different. I don't have my other brochures, but this is a brochure. It's the skinny thing. So it'll probably be glossy. But it's got the prices on the back or in the inside. And it's basically just so that you can get acquainted. The purpose of having this is so you can get acquainted with the prices and stuff like that. You might want to just look over it just so you have something to say. If somebody does have a question for you, you want the conversation to flow. You don't want to feel stumped and stuck on stupid. So, like, well, what kind of prices do you have? If you look at this, you'll know that, well, our cheapest, the lowest price we do have is for an 8th page, which is a business card size, and that's $100. Okay? So that's just giving you the basics of it. Yes, I do charge extra for the cover. That's a popular question. It's just $100 extra to put your ad on the cover. I think it was one more thing before I end this class. What was it? Yeah, that's all the stuff that comes into the packet. I just ask that you speak professionally. Be at a quiet area. Like, if your baby's crying in the background, it's not a good time. It's not the end of the world. But, you know, just get in a nice quiet area so that you can focus and you can make the money that you actually deserve. Because you don't want to call and give a person a bad first impression of Coupons and Classifieds magazine, because then you mess it up for the next person or for yourself when you call back and they don't want to spend the money and they don't want to buy the ad. So, like I said, this is really easy. I've been doing it for about 9 months, and I've been doing it all on my own. You see the magazines on the wall. I'm in my office here in Toledo, Ohio. I want to thank y'all for being interested, and welcome to the team. You can always give me an email, not a phone call. You can always send something to my email at KINGANNILOC@gmail.com, or the company email is couponspaper@usa.com. And I want you guys to just make that money. That was not professional. Don't be like that in front of our clients and stuff.